Do you have immunosuppression after having a viral illness? Well, you might have what is called endotoxin tolerance. It's a favorable condition for both cancer and autoimmunity for you to be both inflamed and anti-inflamed at the same time, where your immune system is senescent and doesn't want to die and is creating a lot of oxidative stress. Let's talk about it. When you first have a pathogen, your innate immune response is what is meant to come in, take control, and fight and eat right away that pathogen. It oxidizes it and then it eats it up. Now, the problem is when macrophages and neutrophils get stuck, and this causes your innate immune system to no longer be able to take charge, and your adaptive immune system has to take over. So your first line of immune defense no longer works. Your second line of immune defense is now in control. This is because macrophages get stimulated on their toll-like receptors. This is from pathogens. And constant stimulation of toll-like receptors causes them to downregulate their response. So initially, when a toll-like receptor is activated, it creates a highly pro-inflammatory response with TNF-alpha, interleukin-1 beta, interleukin-6, etc. But under chronic activation of toll-like receptors, the NF-kappa beta complex no longer works as efficiently, and instead it produces anti-inflammatory cytokines like interleukin-10 and TGF-beta. So if you have CIRS and you have immunosuppression, you have high TGF-beta, you got TGF-beta syndrome. That's essentially you have immunosuppression with endotoxin tolerance. Now, how about I translate this into English instead of all this medical jargon? So essentially, when you have an infection and your first line of defense, that part of the immune system, continues to attack and can't clear it, it becomes tired. But it's not tired in the sense of I become sleepy. It's tired in the sense of a adaptive mechanism to protect you. So some problems with having endotoxin tolerance lead to autoimmunity and cancer. And some people might ask, how can you have both autoimmune and cancer? If your immune system is attacking everything, wouldn't it kill the cancer cells? Well, this is a really funny explanation to this. So by creating a lot of oxidative stress, yet with immunosuppression, creates this favorable environment. So the autoimmune antibodies are essentially signals to your body telling you, hey, this part is being damaged. Let's clean this up. Let's safely remove this tissue, phagocytose it, eat it. And at the same time, you get immunotolerance, which is T regulatory cells. Now, T regulatory cells keep things in check, so there's not a lot of destruction. They balance out Th17 cytokines. Now, to keep cancer colonies at bay, you want pro-inflammation. Essentially, you want a inflamed response by your macrophages to kill cancer colonies, cancer cells. If you don't kill them and you're stuck in this endotoxin tolerance state, they can grow to create more cancer cells, essentially larger colonies. And they signal with VEGF and other things that create other cytokines and growth factors that are angiogenic to keep them growing, so capillary beds proliferate through them. That's just a whole bunch of scientific jargon for if you get endotoxin tolerance, you have a higher susceptibility to both autoimmunity and cancer, where your immune system is suppressed and you have a lot of oxidative stress. Now, fixes. Everybody wants to know about fixes or things that you can do to improve this. And I've designed a whole program around this whole aspect of what's called junction dysfunction. What is junction dysfunction? Junction dysfunction is when endotoxin tolerance meets what I call microsepsis, not full-blown on sepsis on the whole systemic scale, but enough to keep you inflamed. And you also have transient systemic capillary leak syndrome, which essentially keeps your blood vessels leaky anywhere from your brain to your kidneys to your liver, all over. Now, the whole guide is available for you right now at junctiondysfunction.com, and you can get access to it immediately. So I encourage you, if you have problems with endotoxin tolerance or like dysbiosis or POTS or post-exertional malaise or any kind of complex post-infectious illness, to check out this guide. It'll be super beneficial for you. Thank you guys for listening. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. Thanks, guys. Stay beautiful.